Today I'm going to talk to you about the different kind of books which has changed my life, and I'm very confident that they would change your life too. Let us begin with the first book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I think this has been the first and still the best of its kind in terms of teaching each one of us on how can you really put across a message and at the same time make it work in your favor. How to win friends is not just about networking, it's about putting human values into practice. Mind you, reading this book is not enough. You have to imbibe what it says and you have to implement it above all. John Maxwell's 25 Ways to Win People is a book on leadership, which all of you should browse through, preferably read in depth, and also try to utilize some of what it recommends into your workplaces. Simon Sinek's How Great Leaders Inspire Action. He talks about what is business in the real sense of the word. We all are in some way or the other business leaders in our workplace, at home, and among friends. He also goes to mention that it doesn't matter what you do, it matters why you do it. Homo Deus by Yuval Noah Harari is a very interesting book about a brief history, not of yesterday, not of today, but of tomorrow. And he goes on to mention that you are more likely to commit suicide than be killed in a conflict. You are more at risk of obesity than starvation. Equality is out, immortality is in. The author goes on to say that death is a technical problem which humanity can solve. Does it scare you? Or probably we might live forever. Reflections by Swami Vivekananda talks about how we can all achieve common goals although we belong to different paths, yet also talks about the larger interest of how a human mind and a human being can really come to live in. The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene talks about how we can really observe people and transform our life into being more calm, more strategic, and helping to free from all the emotional drama that drains us all. This book also talks about how you can be a master interpreter of people and also cut off toxic type of people from your life. The Great Reformer is the story of Pope Francis. Pope Francis has been an Argentine Pope who made it to the corridors of Vatican, something which the Roman Catholic Church has never seen before. His story is an honest pictorial representation of the kind of life he led and the kind of person he came to be. $1 Trillion Coach is about leadership skills in Silicon Valley. This book walks you through different aspects of leadership and business of what it means to make yourself into who you would like to be. The Discovery of India by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, India's first Prime Minister, is a classic and a timeless classic. which every Indian in India and around the world should place their hands on. Nehru walks you through the story of India's independence, his own journey of what it meant to be being free. The Secret by Rhonda Byrne talks about the secret of human life. How do we use the universal law of attraction into our own lives and make things work in our favor? If you know the secret, you then need to know the power. It's your life to design. Ignited Minds by late former President Abdul Kalam is about India's young Turks, of the existing skills we have, the kind of power we harness, and what we can do with whatever we already have. Ignited Minds is the vision of late President of what India can be and should be in the coming centuries. Revolution 2.0 by Wael Ghonim is the story of the uprising at Tahrir Square in Egypt. This story has happened in our lifetime, of how it talks about the power of the people is stronger and mightier than the people in power. This also reflects how India as a nation has been emerging and why people are the cornerstone to whatever we want it to be. Jefferson on Freedom is about Thomas Jefferson's ideas for American independence, built on the model of philosophy, theology, and also idealism, which awakens not just the American dream, but the spirit of humanity around the world. Abraham Lincoln's autobiography is the story of then President of the United States of America, who defended the rights of men and women, both color and otherwise, into being inculcated and into being made inclusive into the idea of America. Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl is one of the most outstanding contributions to psychological powers. This psychiatrist walks you through the minds of men and women, both who worked in concentration camps, who were put in concentration camps, and even elsewhere. This has been one of my favorites, The Power of Subconscious Mind. You can actually make anything work in your favor if you engage in autosuggestion, if you engage in engaging your subconscious mind, both when you're awake and even otherwise. Bertrand Russell, the aristocrat and the author, who's written series of books on social orders, on education, also talks about power in this book. He goes on to deliberate on the idea of what it is to understand priestly power, revolutionary power, economic power, naked power, power over opinion, power over forms of governments, power and moral codes, and also what it means to be in power. So friends, these are some of the collectibles in my list of good reads which can definitely change your life. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you do, and what your circumstances have been. If you read these books are singularly positioned to transform the way you've been living so far. Believe me, it has transformed my life, and I'm confident it will transform your life as well. Happy reading until we meet again. Thank you very much.